All right, everybody. We have Kaitlin doing a tattoo on Nikki Nichole in Glendale, Arizona at InkSnob Tattoo shop. Everything is listed in the caption, so you can check out more work on both the model and the artist and the shop in general. Right now, we are live tattooing, and Kaitlin is up for any questions. If you guys have any questions for the tattoo artist, please let me know, and I will be reading them on this phone right here. Yes, this is the model speaking. I'll be reading them on this phone right here, and I will answer them I will ask them to Kaitlin, and she will answer them as fast as possible. The questions are delayed, the video's delayed, so the comments are delayed, and it's all delayed. So just bear with me and wait for your question to be answered. All right, hello everybody. Everyone's saying hi, hi, hi. All right, so Kaitlin, how long have you been tattooing?
I have been tattooing for 5 years. It'll be 6 years in a couple months. Next year, it'll be 6 years.
Okay, and how long have we been tattooing myself today?
Today we started at 2 p.m. We live in Arizona currently, so we've been, what time is it right now?
It is 6:30.
Okay, so we've been working on this for 4.5 hours, and so far we've got the back coverage of her leg, all behind the thigh, also the inner part of her knee, and we've wrapped it around to the front of her thigh for a full tattoo connection of a leg sleeve.
Awesome. It does kind of hurt, but honestly, this part right here is a lot less painful than back here. The inner thigh up here was probably the worst part. Like, it was actually right here. Yeah, this is the inner thigh. Was right there. And the back of the knee was pretty bad. But, you know, I've had worse. Honestly, the foot was probably my worst tattoo that I've had. Alright, so are tattoos safe? Someone asked.
I would assume so, considering there are trillions of them out there, and for the majority of reports of after tattoo,
right?
No one has had a severe issue with them unless it's infected. Yeah, I would say they're safe.
They're safe unless you're getting it from someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, get them professionally and they're safe.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so someone said, where did I come up with the idea of butterflies? It's the whole metamorphosis thing, you know, taking something not so pretty and turning it into something beautiful. But let's go on to more questions. Who are some of your inspirations, Kaitlin?
Ooh, tattoo artist-wise?
Yes.
I mean, obviously some, like, bigger names. Nikki Nichole, of course, is amazing. Phil Garcia is fantastic. I mean, I have a lot of people I look up to in Arizona as well. Some artists that I work with. I'm trying to think of, like, people in general. I know pretty much everyone's Instagram names, but I don't even know their first and last names. Check out at Instagram Dead Meat. He's one of my big inspirations. I definitely love his work. A really cool watercolor artist that you guys can check out too is at Find Your Smile on Instagram. He's fantastic. Has the game cornered for sure. I mean, it just really depends on the style of the day. Big Meese is amazing lettering artist. There is a handful, but those are just some of the top few people I can think of at the moment.
Okay, and how do tattoos look if you cover a scar?
It depends on how bad the scar is. Usually, I mean, you can look up some pictures of some examples of other people's work. The less intense of the scar, the better outcome, obviously, when it comes to healing. The thicker the scar, probably the worse it's going to feel, depending on how the nerve ending heals and everything like that. But I would say it looks fine for the most part. You can camouflage scars pretty well.
Awesome. And what about UV ink?
UV ink.
What do you think? What is your opinion on that?
I personally do not use UV ink. It's not one of my favorites to tattoo with. It's something, first of all, I wasn't ever introduced to or trained. I did try it once upon a client's request, and I did not enjoy the experience, and I don't understand how that works. There's definitely tattoo artists that know way more about that than I do. That's just something that I personally, I just don't get the style or how that even manifests itself. It's odd. So that I don't really know. I think the pictures are really cool, but I don't work with UV ink at all.
Okay. And someone said they're new to tattooing. Any quick tips or tricks for them?
Quick tips and tricks. Definitely study artists. I mean, Instagram is a great gateway drug to amazing tattoo artists and endless pages that you can study and follow. I would say definitely, I mean, if you're not already in an apprenticeship, go find a shop that will take you as an apprentice. If you are already an apprentice, you need to take any constructive criticism that comes your way, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, that's great, take it. If it's bad, just take it as something that's going to toughen you up and thicken your skin and just move on forward.
Awesome. And age limits, old and young.
Age limits, in the previous video I'd stated, I personally do not tattoo minors. It's 18 and up unless they're personal friends and family of mine that I do know, and parents are always there. Ideas are always filtered and gone through. When it comes to young ages, personally for me, just where I'm at and just how I tattoo, it's 18 and up for the most part. When it comes to older ages, I haven't really had a problem with, you know, having to cut somebody off with a tattoo. My oldest client was 78. She was amazing. She got her knuckles tattooed. She healed great. She sat like a champ. She was fine the entire time. She's great. I didn't have a problem whatsoever. So there's not really an age limit for me when it comes to elder skin, I guess you could say.
That's interesting. All right, next question. I really like the watercolor tattoos. Does it take a lot of time to get tattooed in that style?
Well, poor Miss Nikki has been sitting here for quite some time today, but we have also covered a very large space on her body.
Very large space.
Usually these are pretty quick for me just because I kind of visually see it in my head before I tattoo it. So I kind of always have a general idea of what I'm going to do. But from there, for me, it doesn't take too long at all, to be honest. I'm quite comfortable with tattooing in watercolor, so it's not really an issue time-wise.
And do you travel often? And if you do, where to?
I do travel often. I love traveling. My favorite place to travel is definitely the East Coast, so primarily Jersey and New York. That is my favorite of all the places to go. I primarily try to go to the East Coast just because I do live in the West Coast. Next January, this coming up January, I will be tattooing at the Golden State Expo in Pasadena, California. And then February, we're switching it up to the east side, and I'm going to be in Philadelphia, February 12th to the 16th, I believe. Other than that, I'll be back in New York, and that's going to be in July. I'm not sure on the exact dates, but other than that, yeah, I definitely love to travel.
You go to like a lot of tattoo conventions and stuff like that, yeah.
I love the tattoo conventions. Any place I can travel to, I will do my best to make it there.
Also, you guys, if you guys ever like are looking for new artists and stuff like that, if their style is good and you like their style, it shouldn't be an issue to travel to them because good artists are not a dime a dozen. Like, they're hard to come by, and if you find someone that you have to travel to, then don't make a big deal about it. Like, just travel because you'll be happy in the long run with good quality work.
I actually had an awesome girl. Her name is Bree. I have a good friend, Derek, who lives in Texas, and he sent her my way, and she flew out here, and I cannot believe she flew out to get tattooed by me. It was amazing. She got an entire, like, cover-up rework half sleeve. She was awesome. So that just makes me more excited to head back out to those places so I can kind of, you know, give back to those who traveled to me. I can make it out to them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. All right, people, once again, this is Caitlyn. She is tattooing Nikki, which is me, the one asking the questions. I'm just reading your guys' stuff on my phone and asking her the questions for you guys to answer. We are at InkSnob Tattoo magazine in Glendale, Arizona. Again, the artist's name is Caitlyn. And what is your favorite style to tattoo, Caitlyn?
Anything color-based. I specialize in anything bright, fun colors, be it watercolor, surrealism, like freehand universe space, portraits, anything really fun, anything photo-based. I really enjoy color. That is, anything that has to do with color is a huge excitement for me. So that would be primarily, I guess, the best answer I could give for my favorite style, because I do love tattooing anything. I don't like just cornering one subject and only doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, any project I can take on, I'll definitely take it.
What made you decide to do tattooing?
I was always good at art in school, and my artwork was always compared to tattoo style. So, I mean, I always heard, like, oh, I would totally get that tattooed. You should be a tattoo artist. And, you know, being in high school and, you know, girls weren't really known as being, like, you know, tattoo artists at the time, at least, until Kat Von D kind of came out and helped build the industry up a little bit more feminine friendly, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So after, you know, seeing LA Ink and realizing, you know, I could actually do that, I decided to start looking to go to some different shops and see if I could get a job as an apprentice there. And after a while, I finally found a shop that would take me. And I really, it was luck. I went to actually just get my first tattoo, and I ended up leaving with an apprenticeship. So that's how it all started. I've been doing it since I was 18, nothing else.
Oh, wow. So you love it, then it's a passion, would you say?
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah. Would you ever go to Canada?
Of course. Oh my God, yes, I would love to go to Canada.
A couple people are actually asking, they're requesting you to go out there for tattoos.
I would love to go to Canada. I have a friend that's out in Canada, Cole. If you are watching, what is up, buddy? I have been meaning to go. I've been looking at different conventions. I know there is a place right above me in Canada. It starts with an A, which doesn't help, but also, what's the other one? Toronto? No. I can't think of the other one.
Toronto is in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Toronto?
looking at that one
Yeah.
too. So, yes, I'm working on heading out there.
That's awesome. Someone asked me how the kneecap felt.
Oh God.
She actually did my kneecap. Caitlyn, again, is the tattoo artist from InkSnob Tattoo in Glendale, Arizona. She did my kneecap, and we sat pretty much the whole time. I took one quick break. That one actually was a crazy story behind it too, but anyways.
It's a long story.
Long story. But it wasn't that bad. I've had worse. I mean, all tattoos are going to hurt to some extent. But it's just, I guess I've become kind of tolerant to them too. Like, they're more, like, the more I get them, the less they hurt, to be honest. But my foot was the worst, and that could be just because it's my first tattoo, or it could be because it's a pain in the ass to get. So who knows. But yeah, the knee wasn't as bad as my foot, for sure, or my ankle. Alright, let's see, more questions. Someone's asking me if I feel any pain.
Yeah,
like, a little bit. Alright, I envy you. I suck at portraits. Got color down, though. LOL, keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Yes. Any advice for when I get a cybernetic spine tattoo?
Holy God. That sounds really scary and intimidating. Relax, bring some headphones, a snack, maybe.
A couple, maybe?
Maybe a friend to hold their
Right.
hands. That sounds really intense. It's a cool idea, for sure. That would be awesome. But yeah, advice is just, I guess, do your best, sit still, don't move for your artist, for their sake.
Alright. Alright. Someone said Edmonton, Alberta in Canada has a tattoo convention. That's pretty awesome.
Ooh, I will definitely have to check that out. I'm aiming for out of country, trying for next year. I had a little bit of bad luck on my end that set me back with conventions, but I'm trying to get back out there. But out of state was aimed for next year, for sure 2018, and Canada is 100% on my list.
Have you ever done Disney?
Oh yeah, I love Disney tattoos.
Awesome.
Disney tattoos are one of my favorite things to do.
And do you have any head tattoos?
Do I?
Yes.
I do. Well, not a head tattoo. I have my face tattooed. I just have a little teeny one, like every other person in the tattoo industry. Right by my eye, I have like a little moon and a dagger.
Why don't you show it to us since we're talking about it, since someone asked?
It's on my face.
There we go.
I
That is Caitlyn from InkSnob.
wonder what I look like.
You'll be able to see it. This one's delayed.
Oh God.
There it is.
About to watch a train wreck happen. Oh, there I am.
You're good.
You're all moving my hair.
I gotta get it on there. Alright, I love the swoosh of the colors coming from the back of the leg to the front.
Awesome. Someone noticed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love the butterflies. I have to, and I'm going to get a bunch more. This is nice.
This is nice.
This is nice. Someone said, I want Roger the Rabbit. Dude, get it.
For sure. Classic.
Yes. How much for work like this to be done?
Oh, it's $100 an hour base. So the better you sit, the better the price. She has not taken one break. So
we took like a quick 3-minute break just to.
We needed blood in our butts.
Yeah.
But
it was pretty much just to move location too, because before I was on my stomach, and we had to move.
But yeah, that's just my average pricing. Every artist is different, so if you're going to a different artist, you just gotta ask them what their pricing is.
Yes. All right. Any other comments? Everyone, again, this is Caitlin tattooing me, Nikki Nichole, in Glendale, Arizona, at a tattoo shop called InkSnob. Both our information is in the caption, so if you guys look at the caption, you'll be able to see our tagged pages. Let's see. Have you ever done memorial tattoos? If so, which one was your favorite and why?
Let's see. I've definitely done a handful of memorial tattoos. One of my favorite ones, it was pretty simple. It was just a really nice, clean cross. It was on my friend Austin for his dad who passed away, and it was on the back of his calf. I really enjoyed it just because he's an old childhood friend of mine, number one, and number two, he trusted me to let me do my own style. And at that time, I was getting a lot of just kind of internet requested tattoos, things that people have just found online. And he straight up just let me design it however I wanted to. He fell in love with it, so I felt pretty good about having my own customized artwork on somebody, and it was super personalized, so it was cool that he trusted me with that.
Oh, that's great. Let's see. Someone asked, would you ever come to New Zealand?
Of course, I would love. I want to travel the world.
Travel? Yeah, who wouldn't want
honestly,
to?
any place besides the U.S., I would absolutely adore to go to. Sorry, buddy, surprise, surprise. But yeah, travel-wise, I mean, if I could leave right now, I would, honestly. Anywhere sounds awesome.
Yeah, right.
Traveling is great. Traveling is one of my favorite parts about being a tattoo artist. It's a blessing to be able to go anywhere and do my job.
Someone asked, when you tattoo, do you do one color at a time, or do you switch continuously?
I switch continuously. My colors are always so messy because I'm constantly dipping from cap to cap to cap. It's never one color at a time. My mind's a little bit messy, so that's usually how I tattoo, is all crazy.
Start twerking. Just kidding.
Get those views.
Right. Okay, someone said, holy smokes, you're still going?
Oh, God.
All right. Have you ever done crow tattoos?
Crow tat, like the bird? Yeah. Yes, I have. At one point or another, I think most tattoo artists have been able to do a crow tattoo or a raven or something along those lines. But yes, I've definitely been able to do a couple of those. It's been a while.
Someone asked, as an artist, if I came to you and told you to do whatever you wanted, how comfortable would you be with that?
A little uncomfortable just because I run with people's ideas. I like making someone's basic idea in their mind something fantastic and amazing by adding my own spin to it. Because something that is amazing and crazy to me might not be that great for the other person, and I don't like letting people down. So I would like at least a basic idea, even if you just said flower. I mean, I could run with that, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever tattooed a family member? What did you do? P.S. Your artwork is amazing, and I love the color blend.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I have tattooed. Let's see, I've tattooed my mom. I've tattooed my twin sister, and I've tattooed my younger sister, who is, I think she's 20 now. She got her first tattoo. It was cherry blossoms and a little bumblebee tattoo, and it was on her thigh. And then, let's see, my mom, she got a memorial piece, actually. She also got one for someone dear in her life who passed away, and that was actually a really cool half-sleeve kind of dedication. Other than that, so let's see, my twin, she has a lot of different tattoos. She's been with me from the beginning. She was my practice buddy, so we have much to fix on her and much to go.
That's awesome that you got to, practice on your twin.
Oh yeah, she probably wasn't too happy at the beginning, but I'm sure we'll fix that.
Yep. And would you ever consider being on Ink Master?
I have considered it, and I have fortunately got to work with some of the people that have been on the show and ask them about their experience. Based off of some of the answers and the fact that I am really sensitive and I'm a huge baby and would probably cry on national TV, I think I'm going to stick at home and just focus on traveling and my Arizona buddies, to be honest. TV is a little bit too much for me right now.
Someone asked, what are your favorite tattoos on yourself and why?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I forget about all my tattoos all the time.
Because you're busy doing everyone else's?
Yeah, well, then you just kind of get used to the tattoos that you have, and you forget that they're there. I mean, I have all of my tattoos are really sentimental, so each and every single one of them, they mean a severe amount to me. I would have to say probably one of my neck tattoo, it's inspired by Queen, and it has a quote that says, "Love is such an old-fashioned word," and it has like an old-fashioned quill pen and an ink bottle, so that's definitely one of my favorite tattoos right now.
And have you ever tattooed someone famous?
Someone famous. I've tattooed a couple people. I don't know what defines famous.
Right?
Because, I mean, I have my
Like, you have to be a grade A celebrity? Like,
yeah.
You know, like Kim Kardashian
Right.
type?
I have my own versions of celebrities. So, I mean, like, people I look up to that are celebrities to me, yes, I've gotten the fortunate experience to tattoo. I don't want to, like, say names because I feel like that's, like, so awkward, but one of my buddies, Joey, if you're watching, he knows who he is. I got to tattoo someone really cool that was on, what is that fucking show called? The JWoww and Snooki show, one of the Joeys from there. And he was awesome. He actually got a whole entire watercolor half sleeve dedicated to the pets he saves. And that was a really cool experience. He's a really cool guy.
Sorry, I just wanted to touch my butt first. Okay, so next question. What are you totally sick of tattooing? Infinity signs?
Infinity signs are quite popular. They've actually slowed down a little bit, which is kind of cool. Other than that, I would say, I mean, the anchor tattoos slowed down too. The nautical tattoos slowed down. There was definitely a popularity style going on for a while. So I try to kind of filter through the tattoo ideas, so I'm constantly doing something that's new and kind of exciting for everybody to see, so it doesn't continuously, you know, drag on to the same old thing over and over again.
And have you ever done any gaming tattoos on people?
Oh my gosh, yes I have.
What's your favorite?
My favorite one, that is, okay, actually both of them are Kingdom Hearts tattoos. Actually all three of them are. They're all three Kingdom Hearts tattoos. One of them was 3 characters that were falling from the sky. Another one was, let's see, a quote with, the little keys from the video game. And then another one was just like an all-out cool stylized one. The girl let me kind of like do whatever I wanted to with it, so that was really cool. It was, I think it was her first tattoo, and it was a giant thigh piece. She did great.
Oh wow, first tattoo and she got a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's brave.
Yes, as we can see here.
Not my first, so but it is fucking suck right now. Okay, are you self-taught?
Self-taught, I've definitely had some help along the way. I didn't really have a proper apprenticeship like I would have hoped to have. But I have had some friends and people in the industry that have helped me out. 2 people that I started with off at my first shop, Johnny Saleri and Tim Randall, and then second shop I moved over to would be Nick Contreras, Nick Mann, Corbin Donahue. If you guys are Arizona people, you probably know who they are. Pretty much just take constructive criticism where I can get it, and those are the most credible people I can, you know, give some props to for helping me out and not treating me like just some little kid in the industry.
And how can someone get tattooed by you?
Pretty much, well, if you're out of state, that's a little bit difficult. Well, I mean, unless you're in state. If you're out of state, feel more than free to go ahead and message me with any questions you have, and I'll answer them the best that I can, the fastest that I can. If you are in the state, best way to get a hold of me is to actually come in the shop, just because I am tattooing all day, so I do not have time to respond immediately. So you can just walk straight in and, you know, ask any questions you need to. If you need to set an appointment, we can do so right then and there.
And what ink do you use?
I personally prefer Eternal. For my lining, for my black, I use Dynamic Black. But for all my other colors, I am a big fan of Eternal.
Okay. And let's see. Do you do any Indian tattoos?
Indian tattoos?
Like tribal, I'm guessing, is what they mean.
Okay. I mean, I don't specialize in it. I do have a love for any type of tattoo. If you're looking for like a super cultured tattoo, I do not specialize in that. I don't mind doing any type of tattoo, but I'm not exactly sure what Indian tattoo would kind of be, I guess. There's so many different things it could be.
And what kind of machine is that? And they said machine. They didn't say gun. Props to them for saying machine.
This is a Cheyenne Hawk. This is my favorite toy of them all. Super smooth. I love it. Great color packer. Great for healing. It's a little bit of a, well, it gets all the color in, but with a little bit of a softer impact. Healing always comes out great with it. It's improved the speed of my work amazingly fast. I completely enjoy this machine. I don't think I'll honestly buy another one. This one's it for me.
Alright, and do you like doing American traditional tattoos?
I like doing any tattoos, to be honest. I don't really get as many American traditional tattoos, kind of like people asking me to do those, just because I think on this side of, well, in Arizona, there's definitely some really great traditional-based shops where if you're looking for an American traditional tattoo, everyone pretty much knows to go there. I don't mind doing them at all. I think they're fantastic, but I pretty much get more of like the super bright, fun, colorful stuff.
Yeah, for sure, especially today.
Right?
And then someone asked, is the person talking the girl getting a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yes, I am the one asking the questions. And she's answering the questions. Alright, so let's see. What's your signature tattoo? I mean, what's your best artwork? That's exactly what they said.
My best artwork? A lot of people know me for watercolor in Arizona or for just really bright color work. I don't like cornering myself in just one specific style. I like tattooing anything. I don't have a personal preference on what I do and don't like, to be honest. There's things that, you know, I like more than others, but I mean, honestly, anything color work is definitely what I prefer to work with.
And what's the longest tattoo you've done so far? By the way, I'm loving the orange and pink blend, very bold.
Whoop, yeah. Longest tattoo is on one of my best friends, Nick King. He got his entire leg done in one day. It was a tattoo tap session. It was 11 hours, and we did not take one single break until the end. Well, yeah, you take a break at the end when you're done. So, yep, we didn't take a single break.
Yep, pretty much. All right. Let's see, what other questions do we have? By the way, it's Caitlyn tattooing Nikki. I am Nikki asking questions. Caitlyn's answering them. Here at InkSnob Shop at InkSnob Shop in Glendale, Arizona. And let's see, where is the worst to get a tattoo, and where should a beginner get their first tattoo?
For me, mine was the foot or my knuckles, but I imagine a normal person would not be getting their knuckles done. For a beginner, I would recommend somewhere, well, my first one was across my collarbone, and that, I don't know, that didn't really, when you're getting your first tattoo, you don't know what tattoo pain to expect.
Yeah.
So I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, if you have an idea of somewhere crazy like your ribs or something, and it's for your first tattoo, I mean, why not go get it? Because you don't know what it's gonna feel like anyways. So then your next tattoo is gonna be 20 times easier. But yeah, I would say probably the arm. The arm's a good spot, or maybe like the leg or something easy, hideable.
Yep.
Or shoulder. Shoulder's a good one too.
And what do you think of tattoo artists with no tattoos?
Ooh, one of my buddies, actually, he just has, oh no, he does have his hand started. I have a friend who's a great artist, and he barely has any visible tattoos. He's got a whole back piece, and he's starting a hand piece, but, I mean, he's a great artist. It's all preference. Some people just want to save, you know, their skin for someone, you know, that they look up to, that they want, or specific work that they're saving for. So, I mean, I don't really have a problem with people with no tattoos as long as their experience backs it, but if you're a newbie and you don't have tattoos, sometimes that can kind of damage the trust that your client has because you haven't experienced what they're about to go through.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I would get a tattoo from someone without tattoos.
Right?
Because I'm just like, you have no idea what I'm going through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that could be a little tricky.
Yeah. Do you have any pointers for people that want to do color?
For color,
for an actual artist doing color.
Yeah, definitely study color contrast. That is literally the only thing that I've spent most of my time studying. It's just super darks and super lights, smooth blends. Pick up a color wheel. Even if you have a digital one, move your finger around and just see how the colors, like, you know, change gradually. And then just look at that and compare that to your inks. That's literally all I did to kind of understand color, is just have a better understanding about color contrast.
Okay, and what's the hardest tattoo that you've ever done?
Ooh, hardest tattoo that I've ever done. Let's see. I'm gonna have to say portraits. I'm gonna say the Tupac portrait that I recently did, just because it's such an iconic figure. And if you mess it up pretty bad, and people tend to know. So fortunately, it came out great, and it's actually still one of my favorite tattoos.
And do you do tattoos with people's remains, like cremations?
I personally tend to stray away from doing that. I have done it once before on a close family friend who asked me to, but it's not something that I tend to do, just because the after effects, the healing effects, and anything, how it works with ink, I'm not sure. I can't promise perfect healing. I know there's hundreds of people that get it done and they don't have a problem. I just don't want to do something I can't guarantee, you know, perfection with afterwards, so I tend not to.
Okay, and how do you feel about 3D tattoos?
3D tattoos are awesome, really cool. I've got to do a few 3D butterflies, actually. Those are my favorites. I love doing tattoos of the 3D butterflies. They're really fun.
Oh yeah. Someone asked if you've ever done any gang tattoos.
I have not. Fortunately, actually one of the first things that I was told is don't ever do a gang tattoo. So, right. I was actually asked to once when I was a junior artist, and I was allowed to take walk-ins, and I had told that person no, and I'm very glad that I did, just because you don't know what can come from that. Apparently that can spark a gang war or something, so
oh man,
I'm not trying to spark a gang war.
Someone asked if my arm is watercolor too. Yes, it is. All my tattoos are actually watercolor. I have my back, I have my sides, I have my other thigh. All of them are watercolor. Someone also asked, what was the age when you first tattooed someone?
I was 18. I waited until, let's see, when I got my first tattoo, I was 18 and a half, and that's also when I started my apprenticeship. So I wanted a quick jump on it. I was pretty thirsty for the tattoo world. And fortunately, one of my friends let me use some of his equipment, and I got to tattoo one of my friends at the time. And that is when I was 18. Well, technically 18 and a half.
And someone asked, where's your tattoo shop, and how did they get a tattoo by you?
All right, tattoo shop's located in Glendale, Arizona. It's on the northwest corner of 43rd Avenue in Peoria. Pretty much, if you want to get a tattoo, feel free to come in. You can come in for a quick consult, or you can message me directly on Facebook. Coming in person is a lot quicker of a response, I promise you that, just because I am working all day, so I do not have time to respond during the day to messages, and they tend to build up. But other than that, go ahead and come in, and we'll get you all situated, get you a price quote, and get you a day that you want to come in.
And what's your name again?
My name is Kaitlin Dutoit with InkSnob Tattoo.
There we go. All right, and how much of this tattoo did you do on me in the last 30 minutes?
Oh, how much did we do?
It is now 7 o'clock, so we've been on here for 30 minutes. So you've done actually a lot. This blood is dripping down to my other leg.
Son, I got you, son. Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it. I'm a bleeder.
We got pretty much most of her outer thigh done.
Yeah.
The most tedious part was definitely the behind the kneecap.
Yep.
All over here. I mean, she even got all the way down here tattooed in the back of her knee, even on the other side. So the poor thing has gotten a lot of damage to the back of her leg.
You guys can see the part 1. If you scroll down Inked Magazine, we did live on part 1 as well. And that was the kind of the middle of it. Alright. Someone said, I've heard the worst tattoo is on the sternum.
Oh.
Is that accurate?
I would say that's pretty accurate. To the boys I've tattooed on the sternum, they were pretty mad. So yeah, I would have to agree for them.
Someone said if you have room to park a semi-truck so that they could come get one done, because he's a trucker.
Heck yeah, actually we do. The back of the shop, we have plenty of room, bud. Come on through.
And how long have you been at this tattoo? Is what time? 7:30?
We started at 2.
Yep.
I'm not sure what time it is now.
5.5 hours so far?
We're almost done. She's making it.
Let's see. Looking for more questions. How much longer do you think till the tattoo will be complete?
I would say about 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, that makes me happy because it hurts.
And there's your answer if you're gonna ask her if it hurts.
Alright. Am I gonna get the other leg done? No, I'm leaving this leg empty except for I do have a tiny bit done on it, the outer thigh. How many needles are you using?
This is a 17 mag bug pin curve, for those that know what I just said.
Yeah, someone else said what mag needle and voltage. I don't know if you said voltage.
On the voltage on the Cheyenne Hawk power supply, it's just on 8.0.
Okay. Let's see another question. Let's see. What do you recommend to take care of a tattoo?
I recommend anything from, it really depends on the type of skin that you have. When it comes to like ultra sensitive skin, I like to recommend just basic scentless Aveeno lotion just because it's really easy. It's not anything that's going to cause any like crazy reactions. For people that have just more like regular skin, a popular take care is Aquaphor. I mean, there's plenty of tattoo care products out there that you can use, H2Ocean, Tattoo Goo. I prefer sticking to the basics. I've had the best results with those.
And someone complimented my shirt. You can get it at inkedshop.com. It's Inked Magazine's shop. It's their store online. You can get this shirt there. So, for the people who are complimenting it. Ow!
Sorry, friend.
Shut!
Promise, I don't hate her.
What are your favorite needles to use?
Ooh, definitely Cheyenne Hawk ones. I've used a lot of different tips, a lot of different brands that, you know, make the tips for the Hawks or anything that uses the cartridges, but the Cheyenne, there's nothing that beats it for me personally.
And someone asked, what's the whole thing about white ink tattoos? Do they really hurt worse?
White ink usually tends to hurt worse just because it's one of the last things applied. As to details, white likes to suck in a lot of the ink that gets wiped on top of it, so it'll muddy it up. If you're sitting there tattooing white and then you tattoo black next to it, you wipe it, your white just absorbed the black, now you have gray. So white is usually done last, which means it's going over a bunch of stuff that's already been tattooed and sitting for God knows how long. So yes, it does suck because of that.
How do you mix your watercolor?
How do I mix I just color blend. I don't mix it, I don't water down my inks. I just use all my inks, I just keep dipping it in different colors and make fun color blends and fun watercolor patterns and get the job done from there.
What is your hourly rate?
It is $100 an hour.
And let's see, what's the time difference between getting a watercolor and a regular tattoo?
I move a lot faster when it comes to watercolor tattoos personally, just because I kind of foresee everything that's going on. So if you come in with like a little idea, a little character that you want, or a symbol, and you want it watercolor, you just tell me what colors you want and make the magic happen. It's all freehand. So from there, I would say something that's more created in my mind is going to go a lot faster than something I have to constantly compare to, such as like realism.
And do you use organic ink?
Organic ink. Organic ink. Well, I use Eternal ink. I'm not sure if it's organic. It doesn't have a label that says organic, but I've never had an issue with Eternal. It's, in my opinion, one of the best brands to use, and it's the only one that I use and have used for the last 6 years.
And what do you feel about, what's your opinion about numbing cream?
Numbing cream. I don't recommend numbing cream just because numbing cream fades. I have used it plenty of times before. I am not the best sitter with tattoos, so I am telling you from experience, when you use numbing cream, your tattoo, well, numbing cream on small tattoos is great, but when you're using it for a bigger piece, numbing cream slowly goes away, which means your tattoo slowly gets worse, pain-wise. So I would be careful with what you're using it and which size tattoo you're using it with.
And someone else said, did you freehand this tattoo?
Yes, except the butterflies, we did pre-stencil.
Are either of you single?
Oh God.
People in their comments. Oh my god. Someone said, I paid $140 an hour for my tattoo. $100 an hour for that kind of work is a bargain.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a very nice compliment. I hope your work was at least, you know, good enough for you.
Someone said, pain is therapy.
If you say so.
There you go. All right. Again, we are at InkSnob Shop.
Sorry.
Shit.
God, I'm so sorry.
Getting tattooed by Caitlyn. My name is Nikki. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
How you feeling?
It hurts. Oh my god. This is quite painful though. I mean, obviously I'm not like dead because I'm obviously like talking and asking questions. What would you say are the best aftercare instructions?
Best aftercare instructions, what I usually have, what I recommend my clients to do is whenever they get home or right before they go to bed, go ahead and wash your tattoo off with antibacterial soap and water. I recommend Dial Gold liquid soap, and this is just me. Every artist is different, but go ahead and get your own Dial Gold liquid soap and either get some Aquaphor or some scentless Aveeno lotion. Prepare for your next day. Wash your tattoo off and moisturize it 3 to 5 times a day if you're using Aveeno lotion, and then about 2 to 3 times a day if you're using Aquaphor, just because it's a little bit more of a contrasted moisturizer. But other than that, pretty much just leave it alone. Don't do anything stupid to it. Don't soak it. Don't pick it. Don't slap it. Don't roll around in dirt for about 2 weeks. Good to go after that.
And another person asked where you're located.
Glendale, Arizona.
At InkSnob Tattoo Shop.
43rd Avenue in Peoria.
Ooh.
Sorry, pal. I know this sucks.
Another person, I was about to ask the same thing. Someone said, how long left until it's finished?
We're pretty much rolling up on like the 20 minutes or less mark.
Yeah. Someone said, my name's Caitlyn. Are you me? Can I see your face?
Oh my god. Dude, what if it is me trying to contact me in a different life?
Right?
That'd be some trippy shit.
Alright. Someone asked if butterflies have a meaning to me, and yes it does. The whole metamorphosis thing, you know. I used to be bullied a lot. By the way, this is the person getting tattooed talking. I'm a tattoo model now. Been published in numerous international magazines.
Get 'em, girl.
But I used to be bullied a lot for being overweight and super tomboy, and now I'm this model. So, like, I feel like, well, my aunt is the one that actually started calling me a beautiful butterfly because I evolved, because I used to be pretty ugly on the inside too. But
like how you admit that.
I do. Like,
I'm a changed person.
yeah, hell yeah. Like, I got pregnant and I had a kid and I changed. Pretty much what happened. Like,
Kids
me
will
having
do
a
that,
kid
dude.
changed me.
They
completely.
really will.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, let's see. What other questions do we have?
Sorry about this, pal.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit. Does shading hurt worse than line work?
So, yup.
Yes, for sure. It definitely does. Would you be willing to travel and sit in another tattoo shop? I would love to get a watercolor tattoo piece for my son, but my usual artist does not do watercolor, and I would rather pay to get ink instead of travel.
I mean, that would be a guest spot. It really depends on where you're at and if that shop accepts guest spots. And also if it is, if it doesn't clash with my schedule, yeah. Usually when it comes to traveling, I always go either for a convention or if I have multiple people that are ready for appointments. So, it would be kind of like a pre-booking event, which I have not done yet, but I have extremely considered. One of my buddies, Brad, works out in Ohio, and I would love to work with him in his shop. He's an amazing artist.
And do you guys at your tattoo shop ever do guest spots?
Oh, yeah. We have, let's see, well, we haven't personally, we don't mind having guest spots. We just haven't really, I guess, thought of it or invited anybody before. So, there's that.
Someone commented and said, I love how you're editing our poor grammar, because when I'm reading the comments, I'm changing it up to make a little bit more sense sometimes.
Models are smart, guys. Come on.
I'm not just looks, I swear.
There's a brain, too.
Yeah. I'm in a little one, but it's still there.
Oh my god, shut up.
Oh my god, I'm dying right now.
This poor girl, she has pizza waiting too.
I know, I'm like waiting to eat that
She needs
pizza.
food.
Oh my god. Alright, we're pretty much done. Just doing little addings to it, little paint strokes,
Yes.
paintbrush strokes. And then we're going to be done. So,
yep, this was our last 5 minutes.
yep. And again, this is Kaitlin tattooing me at InkSnob Tattoo. Our information is in the captions. We'll show you guys a full shot of the tattoo in just a minute. She's about done, I hope. Ow!
You just have a couple splatters and then you're all done, okay?
Yay!
Yay! Well, it's back to the liner, so maybe that's good news.
That is the good news. Shading hurts more than lines. So, and yes, she is in Glendale, Arizona.
All right, buddy. This is the push through, okay?
All right.
You ready?
And anyone who thinks that wiping does not hurt,
It does.
it fucking hurts worse than the tattoo.
It hurts me to have
It
to wipe
burns.
her, to be honest. I don't even like wiping people. So anybody looking to do watercolor tattoos, really good advice. Contrast the opposite colors with splatters on top of each other. So if you have a red, pinky color, a nice blue, teal, green on top of that makes it super bright and stand out. It's a little bit bloody, but when it comes out, it's really nice.
Someone said, can you do cover-ups with watercolor?
Oh yes, hell yeah you can, dude. I've done so many. There's a few actually in my online portfolio. That's actually one of my favorite things to do just because it's so unexpected.
Oh man.
She's pushing.
I cannot wait to be finished, you guys. This shit's so raw right now. We've been at it since 2 o'clock.
We've been raw dogging it.
And it is 7 o'clock, so that's 5 hours. It's not the longest tattoo that I've sat, but it is definitely painful, but well worth it, you know.
Not everybody sits like this. Please consider the tattoo time.
Right? Exactly. Recommended meal before a tattoo?
Something nice and fatty. West Coast, In and Out. East Coast, something with a burger. What is that? What is that? White Castle or something?
Yeah.
It's White Castle. Something awesome, sugary, fatty, something with carbs that's gonna get you through.
And oh yeah, someone again asked where you're located and how to make an appointment.
I am located in Glendale, Arizona, off of the northwest corner, 43rd Avenue in Peoria. You can go ahead and stop in the shop if you are local to come in and ask any questions, get something priced out, and possibly set an appointment. If you are out of state and you're looking for inquiries for conventions, feel free to message me. I will get back to your message as soon as I possibly can. Please give me a few weeks at best, just because there are a lot of messages clogged up in there and I'm trying to respond to them as fast as I can.
And someone asked, does it hurt worse pushing a baby out or getting a tattoo? Definitely pushing a baby out. And I've had a baby, so...
Her labor was 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. So yeah, definitely pushing a baby.
Alright, everybody. Last couple splatters.
Has anyone ever made you quit? Like, have they tapped out? Have they been like, yeah, I can't take anymore?
Yes.
Let me stop?
It was a very small name on a rib cage. I don't even know who the guy... I don't even know his name. He was a walk-in at a shop I was at. He wanted a name on his rib cage, and pretty much he got like half of it done and was like, nope, I'm done, and then left. And I never saw him again.
That's crazy. He was like, yeah, screw this. Alright, we're going to show you guys the finished product. Oh, man.
Good. Oh, my back hurts.
And just so that all you guys see, I do have watercolor everywhere else. So this is matching all my other tattoos. on this side too. See my undies? Okay, so we are done. Thank you to Miss Caitlin at InkSnob Tattoo here in Glendale, Arizona.
Heck yeah.
We are finished.
Good job, bud.
And it's time for me to eat some pizza. Have a good night, you guys.